Welcome, everyone. My name is Ashish, Kaushal. I'm the CEO of Hiretalent. This is the final in our series of the Road to CWS. It was born in the idea that we could have both MSPs and buyers kind of share their experiences of past years and use that to help new people who come to the conference come, and then also give vendors advice on how to get those meetings without harassing either the MSPs or the buyers specifically. But I'm excited also because we're closing out this series with two very special people who got amazing accolades this last few months. So Kelsey Williams, she is SVP Global Segment Lead at Pontoon, and she just was promoted about a month ago. So congratulations, Kelsey.
Thank you for that.
And then Pratik Patel, who's Director of Sourcing and Supplier Management at Mastercard, who's also a 4-time game changer with SIA. Congratulations on the award again.
Yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
And then we also have Elektra, VP at Hiretalent. Welcome, Elektra.
Thanks. I don't have the same intro as them. I love
I'm sure that Pratik will give you an award by the end of the conference. So let's start off with Pratik. Can you kind of tell the audience, just in case they don't know who you are, which I doubt, but who you are, what you do, and what you're excited about for CWS?
Yeah, sure. First off, thanks for doing this, Ashish. I think it's a great idea. Hopefully it gets people energized and motivated and really passionate about what's coming up, because they should be. So I'm Pratik Patel. I've been with Mastercard for about 8 years. I have 2 roles in the company. I have category management across 5 categories, which includes tech services, contingent staffing, contact center, data and AI, optimize the spend, suppliers, and be a consulting arm to be the right supplier for the right need for the business. And then I have 7 divisions in technology for anything over $500,000. So that's what my role is in the company. Now, in terms of CWS, so what am I excited about? I'm always excited to kind of reconnect with people that I know in the industry. To be honest, I really haven't been too much engaged with this industry since before April of last year. So most people probably know me just in the last year and a half or so, because I really haven't been too much involved with the industry. I've been more focused around driving our strategy and optimization. But as I engage with others, I find that the maturity of what we're doing is inspiring people. And that's another thing that I look forward to. I look forward to continuing to inspire people with the conversations that we have. If there's things that I can help teach people, those who teach learn. And I'm always willing to teach, because I'm learning in the process as well. I'm learning whether what we're doing, is it optimized? Are there opportunities for us to be further optimized? I'm learning about, even when I'm sharing about what we're doing, I'm thinking in my head about what we could possibly be doing further to drive optimization. So, and also making new connections, like with my peers, and understanding more about what their challenges are and pain points. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Amazing. Well said. Kelsey?
Absolutely. Well, welcome back. I'm sure we are very lucky to have you back with us at CWS this year. I am new to the role, Global Segment Lead, but I've been with the organization for 15 years. Pontoon Solutions, if you aren't aware, is a global managed workforce provider, and we are in the contingent labor outsourcing category with a global footprint, underpinned really by the Adecco Group. But CWS, what I'm most excited about is reconnecting. I think we all go there to network, but we are such a resilient industry, and I think that we have been through a lot in the market over the course of the last 12, 18 months, and learning what everybody is doing to adapt with technology, with data, with insights, and with innovation is something that we only learn once a year, twice a year, if we're lucky, through these types of conferences, and really maximizing the time with peers, maximizing the time with customers and clients, and learning from each other, for me is most important. And I think as we learn from customers what their business challenges are, we also learn what we need to focus on and what our priorities are, and making sure that we're all in alignment in how we move the industry forward.
Yeah, by the way, I love your campaigns this year. The ads are amazing. I love seeing the one today with Sam and her baby picture. That was awesome.
Yeah, We have
Do you think you guys have
a department that has set the scene and set the stage for inserting a little bit of fun in what is typically a very stoic, interface that we have with the platform. But we're very excited about it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you guys have a lot of energy this year with your team, and I think also just the partnership you have with Salesforce too is really interesting around AI and sourcing. So I'm sure people will want to hear about that. Pratik, you're also speaking at the conference. What's your topic?
Yeah, leveraging impactful data. So that's the topic. And what we're going to really talk about is how can we use data to help tell a story. And that story, hopefully, is going towards better, faster, and being more cost optimized, because I think that's what everybody should be trying to do. So yeah, looking forward to kind of talking about what my lessons learned are in terms of how we do it, as well as there's a person from Accenture that will be on the panel as well. There's a person from I think Tennessee Authority,
Tennessee Valley Authority.
Yeah, exactly. And then also a guy I think from Discover will be there too. So hopefully we're able to inspire people from what we share.
Definitely, and I love the topic because you and I have talked about this a lot. But I call AI in its current form is American intelligence with a tech stack on top of it. And so what do you do with that data and interpret? It still takes a human to be involved. And I think what you guys are talking about is going to be very specific to that.
Yep, absolutely.
Elektra, you're also speaking on a topic, right?
Yeah, kind of similar. I think everyone in the last year or so, the main topic that's going around is AI and how it's changing the industry. So I'll be doing a roundtable for AI agents. What role do they play? What makes sense? Which I'm excited to do. And also, like everyone was saying, I think it's a great time to get everyone in one space, hear what's working for one company, what's not, what's the challenges. And I think coming with solutions when you're all together and sharing these things. So I'm excited for that. And I think one of the big things that we see with AI is figuring out the real value with it, how it can actually improve delivery efficiency, keeping the real human experience without adding any risk or complexity to it. So I'm excited for that.
Very cool. Thank you. So next question, Pratik, if I wanted to reach out to you, what's the best way to connect with you at the conference, whether I'm a buyer or a vendor? But let's start with the buyer first, because I think it's always helpful for buyers who are new to sort of partner or latch on to somebody who's already been there and shown the ropes and kind of help connect and go to the right events, because there's 1,000 events happening at the same time as well. So, so let's talk about buyer and then we'll talk about vendor after that.
So rather than reaching out, can I share with you maybe how can you resonate with me?
Sure.
Is that all right?
Even better.
So yeah. So I think that people who show a level of humility, who show a level of vulnerability as well, are characteristics that I absolutely value. And the humility piece is where you're basically telling me that, hey, you can't do everything, but you do these things really well, and you're proving that to me. You're showing that differentiated value, and you have kind of the 30-second elevator speech, which can help to really kind of show that piece. You don't lead with that I'm a staffing company, I'm diverse, or that we support markets all across the world. I don't really resonate with the people that kind of share very high level feedback around that. What I resonate is with people that are truly able to share what their value proposition is. Because then now I can at least have a conversation with you about, hey, this is our situation. This is what we're facing today. And we're trying to get optimized. We're trying to rationalize. And we don't have space. And when we do have space, we're probably going to give our existing suppliers that we're rationalizing that opportunity, because they are not being rationalized because of performance. They're being rationalized because of demand, or how we're trying to drive towards what we need to optimize to be more effective in our execution as well. So that's what's going to really resonate with me, right? Is people that show that humility, show that vulnerability. And the vulnerability piece is like asking the curious questions, the elephant in the room. I love it if a supplier comes up to me and says, you know what really kind of frustrates me is I can't get to the buyers. I don't know how to resonate with them. How do I improve my selling proposition so that it can better resonate with you? Let's have that dialogue. Let's
Yeah.
not have the dialogue about what your capabilities are, because your capabilities are a me too in many cases. And we don't need more me too's in our organization.
And your capabilities might not be what your needs are today.
That's right.
So you got to match it to what you're actually looking for. So I think curiosity is probably one of the keys. Kelsey, do you have any advice, vendors? Because I know they're all calling you as well.
Yeah. I do agree. I think it is about being authentic and really finding the right way to make a connection, whether that's with a client or with an MSP. We are all in this together. It is very easy to identify what some of the business challenges we're all encountering are, and what I love to hear is then, what are you doing about it? What are you seeing within your clients? What are the business strategies that you're leading with in the stage of AI, in the stage of really tech, and the way that that is evolving at a pace that is just totally unseen today? And what is your organization doing? And I think that the curiosity and the learning, and then kind of finding that red thread throughout, and how you can relate to those, and making the connection.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And then what in terms of mapping out your strategy for the week, do you guys both look at your calendars, what's on the agenda, and then sort of target the events that you want to attend?
Who are you directing that question to? You want to ask Kelsey first, maybe this time?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, of course. It put together such a thoughtful agenda, and I think that it's really easy to get excited about the roundtables in particular, or you can identify with topics that are emerging for you and for your organization, and sitting down with subject matter experts is just an incredible opportunity there. Also, making sure to select the different hosted sessions and panels that are happening as well. We are highlighting services procurement and services procurement adoption in enterprise programs in particular, which I know I'm personally hearing from many customers, and how to capture work misclassification, how to drive cost savings, how to make sure I'm managing the entirety of my supply chain, and there's just so much value in that, and planning and picking those and selecting those topics that resonate, but then meeting with your providers, making sure that you're taking time and setting that aside to learn what's new and what's core to their roadmap for their future.
Totally makes sense. Pratik?
Yeah, if I can, I'll share it in three kind of themes, right? Number one is pay it forward. So pay it forward is both in terms of, I'm going to be like a breakfast thing on Monday morning. It's invitation only. I think they're almost packed now. But it's really kind of raising awareness about disabilities. And then I get to really talk about a person on my team who's neurodiverse and is on the spectrum, and how this staffing company has enabled us to be able to really get the most out of them too, right? And really preparing us in how to engage with this talent so that we get the most out of them. So I'm looking forward to inspiring others with that story. So that's one thing. I'm looking forward on day 2, that selfish plug for Tada, right? Where we're going to have kids coming in from, I think, Irma Rangel High School, girls that are in high school. And we're going to have roundtable discussions that SIA is enabling for us at lunchtime. If anybody can come, right? It's going to be the same lunch as you have in the main lunchroom, but you'll get to engage with these girls and inspire them. And these girls, 80% of them first time going to college in their family. I think 40-50% first time graduating from high school. These are from underprivileged schools in Dallas. I think that's what excites me, right? To be able to inspire the next generation. And then, of course, from paying it forward in terms of if there's any pain points or people have out there that maybe I can give them some nugget that helps them in their journey, because we need to raise all tides, and that's going to raise the ocean, right? Number one.
No,
Number two for me is going to be probably all these meetings that I have already. I have 8 scheduled meetings already during the conference.
Wow.
So meeting with all those different suppliers, because they're kind of strategic in the reasoning behind these various meetings too, and the people that we're meeting with, and some of them are existing suppliers, but it's about their leadership and ensuring that they're in alignment and motivated and inspired and reinvigorated in a sense, in terms of what we're trying to do. And for the ones that are not, it's about future proofing as well. So that's part of why, we're having those meetings. And then number 3 is absolutely going to be the agenda, that's there. And the roundtable, I'm looking forward to that. I don't remember that being there 2 years ago. I didn't go last year, but I don't remember that being there 2 years ago. So I think that'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the roundtables are great because it's a time where the buyers can sit with each other and share ideas and the problems that they're currently going through. One thing I'm going to say about the spectrum. So funny, my wife says I'm the spectrum, and I'm like, the nature of a spectrum is that everyone's on it, and so we're actually have a lot more in common than different because we're all actually on the spectrum. So last thing I'm just going to ask you about from a future perspective. So 2025 has been kind of an up and down year. We thought it was going to start off gangbusters in the industry, but then these tariffs happened and all these other different things, headwinds came through. Do you feel like the last quarter and going into 2026, you see an increase in sort of spend and volume and work getting done through humans on the temp side? Pratik, do you want to start with that and then we'll end with Kelsey?
So you just want to look at this from a temp side, or you want to look at this overall from a kind of a contingent workforce side?
Contingent workforce side.
Okay. Because as you know, I deal a lot more on the SOW. I mean, I can talk on the temp side, but I do a lot more on the SOW side. So,
Totally.
So what I would share is all of these different policies create a level of uncertainty for companies. And uncertainty is then difficult to predict. And if it's difficult to predict, you err on the side of your budgets being more conservative. So I think you can anticipate everyone's going to be much more conservative in their budgets going into next year, given the geopolitical risk, given the political risk. I mean, in terms of what's happening in the market right now too. And then also just like what we do with rates and inflation, all of that is also going to have its component. And so these are all uncertain data points. And that's all going to have an impact. And we're taking a very conservative view, and I'm sure others are too. So whether we're going to slow down, I guess that's relative when you say that in our industry, because, I mean, I'm fortunate. I work for a company that has been around for 50 plus years and never had a bad year. So it doesn't matter what type of situation there is out there. We are always able to persevere because we have 110 plus programs that support a variety of different activities that are valuable to our customers.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I would share from that perspective.
Okay, great. Thank you. That was helpful. And Kelsey, your thoughts?
Yeah. I am cautiously optimistic, but have to agree that what we are seeing today across our clients is cautionary. They're being thoughtful. Everybody's being asked to do more with less. That's clients and MSPs alike. And it is about how we are making sure that we are maximizing where we are investing time, energy, resources, and really how we are helping customers to then be more effective, be more efficient in the tools that we are using to bring talent and contingent labor into their organizations. And I think that will certainly lead us into next year. But back to where I entered the conversation is that this is a resilient industry. It is what I love most about it. I think when we are challenged with these types of market pressures, we are more creative, we are more innovative. I know that's what I'm seeing from my organization that continues to excite me, and a lot of what we're seeing from our partners. So we look forward to hearing more next week.
Absolutely. Thank you both for spending the time in Elektra as well. And we'll all see you at CWS. Elektra will be at booth number 408 if you want to come see her.
Yeah.
And we'll
I was
see you.
going to say as well, we have the Great Gatsby party as well. So hopefully we'll see you guys all there.
All right. Thank you all.
for having us.
Thanks so much.